Okay, I got a couple questions for y'all. The first one, who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? Now, I know this sounds crazy, but if you're one of those people that have been trying to get information and you come across this, or even this. All right, take a listen.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Sister Lailanasheeba, the Managing Director and Founder of Sunnahfollowers Online Islamic University. As you know, we have classes every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we cover everything from Aqidah, which is your belief system, to Seerah, which are the stories of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the story of the companions. Please join us every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are broadcasting and streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, DLive, Trovo, and Twitch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Colin. And by the way, what are you getting upstairs today? Let's talk about it.
Any other questions?
This is gonna be good.
Welcome to Ask Sister Layla Live.
Any
you
scores?
Take.
Wait, is that the Adhan? I think so, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, man.
Well, gotta pray. Yeah, we do gotta pray. We gotta pray. Let's get that in.
Yes, sir.
ASAP.
I don't know what it is, but
What? You know, I've been listening to this program,
Yeah.
Sunnahfollowers, and I've been learning a lot, Aki. Man, a lot.
Mashallah. Yeah, like what? What you been learning about?
Man, I've been learning about a lot. Salah, hadith, the life of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man.
Wow, for real though.
And you know another thing? The shows just keep coming on back to back.
Alhamdulillah. I just gotta check them out.
For real though.
Yo.
Wow. My God, if you have any questions, check this out. Every Friday, you can call in Sister Layla Live. Call her with any one of your questions in regards to this deen, and man, she will answer them. She will get you right. Anyway, inshallah, I'm about to tune into that. But you know something else? If this is going to be a benefit to me, I got to get with that Sadaqah Jariyah.
All right. Donate to Sunnahfollowers.net. We're here for you. Sadaqah Jariyah. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, inshallah, everybody can hear me. Let me make sure, because I know I was messing with my microphone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, they got me in YouTube. In Zoom. What about YouTube and Facebook?
YouTube is lagging, but I can't wait. Yeah, I can hear you on YouTube.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna get started. I had to make sure. Y'all see, I tried to start on time today, even though I just woke up. I was late waking up again, but alhamdulillah, at least I woke up. Allah put my soul back in my body. Even though I was in the process of having a nice dream. A lot of people don't understand the meaning of that hadith. Let me talk about that hadith about dreams. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said everything. One of the signs of the last hour is everything, truthfulness will disappear. What does that mean? That means, it'll be hard to find a Muslim that you can trust. It'll be hard to find a Muslim who's honest, because honesty and truthfulness will just disappear. And we're living those days now. It's hard to trust other Muslims. Other Muslims break their promises. Other Muslims lie to you. They cheat, they steal, they do things they shouldn't do. But the one part of truthfulness that will remain are the good dreams that the believers have. That's one of the parts of prophethood. The prophets, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they received revelations except for Moses. Moses spoke directly to Allah. But the other prophets, Abraham alayhi salam, the prophet Muhammad, Jesus, all the other prophets and messengers, they received revelations. Allah would let them know through their dreams whether or not he was proud of them. He would let them know through their dreams, that they were doing good, and to keep up the good work and all of that. So that's what that hadith means when the prophet says the one part of prophethood that will remain are the good dreams that the believer has, because truthfulness and honesty will disappear. So when you guys have a good dream, the prophet taught us to enjoy it. That's Allah's way of telling you that he's proud of you. It's also Allah's way of giving you a release from your trials in life. And these are some trying times that we Muslims are experiencing today, with the war that's going on. And like I told y'all, this is not a war against Palestine. Don't get it twisted. This is a war against Islam. This is not a genocide against Palestinians. This is just the beginning of a genocide against anyone who believes La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Because that genocide is not just happening in Palestine. It's happening in Burma. It's happening in China. It's happening in parts of Africa. This genocide has been going on for quite some time, since 2015. Okay? It's just that it's now hitting the news because it's the oil part of the world. Okay? Which always is going to be the news. All right? But so these are hard times for us as Muslims. And so a lot of people, we get stressed out, we get anxious and all of that. So Allah will send us a happy dream as a way of escaping the drama. So when you get a good dream, the prophet said, just enjoy it. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to read into it. Just enjoy it. It was a gift that came to you from Allah. So say Alhamdulillah. Okay, and only share it. Don't tell anybody your good dreams unless it's somebody that loves you. You understand? That for a fact loves you. Otherwise, don't share them, because people will make hasad on you. Because other people are going through so much drama, they don't want to hear about you having a happy dream. You can say, I had a happy dream, and that's it. Don't tell them, well, I had a happy dream today. Alhamdulillah. And we get those type of dreams, and you don't want to wake up. You're like, oh, just keep it going. Just keep it last. Let it last. Also, the Prophet Muhammad taught us that when you do get those type of happy dreams, that's a sign that Allah is pleased with you. And that's when you be like, oh, don't wake up. Just stay asleep. Oh, let it go on forever and ever and ever. It's a happy dream. How many of you get those type of dreams? Is Ifti here? Ifti, do you get those type of dreams? Where's Ifti? I don't have Ifti. I don't have my sidekick. Everybody else in this room is dead. Anybody else get any happy dreams?
Yeah, it happened to me.
Yes,
sometimes.
Sister Layla.
And you don't want to wake up. That's what that is. That's a sign from Allah. That's Allah's way of taking you away from the stress, the hardships, and giving you a break, and letting you know that he's proud of how you're handling yourself with it. So when you get those type of dreams, just know that that's a sign. That's the sign of prophethood. That doesn't mean that you are a prophet of Allah or any of that. But that's what that hadith means. That sign of prophethood, meaning that's the one thing that Allah will leave on this earth. Allah will never send any more prophets. But he will let you know that he's pleased with you. And he will take you away from your distress by sending you a happy dream. So that's what that means. I hope that's clear to everybody. Because a lot of people don't understand that hadith. They think, oh, I'm a prophet. No, you're not a prophet. There will be no more prophets. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the last, the final. Safi, that's it. Okay? All right, let's get started here. Alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulallah. Welcome to our series of Aqidah. This is our series of Aqidah. This is our class on the correct belief system of the Muslim. And what is, yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, the sister here is telling me it looks better. Yeah, can you tell? Y'all, you guys may not have noticed, but my eyes were swollen for the past several days. Yeah, I had a facial done. Yeah, she says she notices too. Okay, yes. Yeah, I had a facial done, guys. And the product that the lady used, I'm allergic to it. It made my face puff out and my eyes were real. That's why I had the cold on thick before. But now my face looks normal. Yeah, my granddaughter figured it out, that it was that product that the lady had me using. So I stopped using it. And y'all see the puffiness is gone. Yeah, it does. You still got the glow to it. Y'all have to excuse us for us. This is a little girl talk. Yeah, you see the glow. Yeah, you see, it's still glowing. I'm telling you, sisters, for those women here who are lighter in color, you need to get a facial. Start at the age of 40. If you wait till you over the age of 50, it's really too late. You have to start getting a facial once a month. At least I've been getting facials ever since I was 40 years old. That's why I don't have any wrinkles. And that's why I look young. And because the lighter you are, the less manilin you have. And we age, you can get wrinkles. And that's why the Caucasian women getting Botox and all that crazy stuff. We don't need Botox. All we need is a facial once a month so they can scrape off them cells and give you collagen. Collagen is, keeps the skin youthful, and vitamin C and all that. Yeah. But you can see my glow now. Yeah. That's the glow. But that glow only lasts for 3 weeks. Then you have to go back and get it again. Yeah. She scraped the cells out. That's what you're learning how to do. Oh, wait, we got to hold this after class. She says she's in school to be one. Yeah. That's what she did. She scraped. That's why I'm glowing. She said, yeah, she scraped off my dead cells and my new skin is growing, and that's why I've got this glow. Thank you, may Allah bless you. So you guys do that over in the Emirates? Oh, she said the women in the Emirates is getting Botox, guys. That's right, I forgot. They're like the Kardashians. They're getting Botox injections and butt transplants. Lip transplants and everything else. Okay, but she says she's about to open up her own shop. Okay, yeah, well, give me your info after the class because my sister's over there in Abu Dhabi. She might want to pay you a visit. Yeah, okay. Let me start this over again, guys. Girl talk. I'm sorry. That's what happens when I get all these people from different parts of the world. Hold on. Let me look at the screen. Okay, yeah, I see the sisters here on YouTube. Facebook, mashallah, Sister Sakina, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Margaret, Samira, my student Samira's there. Okay, I don't want to ignore my people on Facebook. Hold on. Okay, and there's the people on YouTube. Okay, mashallah. Okay, let me start it over again, guys. I'm going to have to cut that out. I don't want that in my recording. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want the face stuff in the recording. So let me start it over. She said, it's good to see me smile. Oh, everybody says that. Yeah, I don't smile much. I don't take pictures with no smiles. Y'all know that. I don't smile in none of my pictures. She said I look so nice when I smile. Less scary, huh? We got to keep it real, sister. You Arabic. You're Arabia too. We got to keep it real. All right, let me start this over. 3, 2, 1. Ina alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to our series of Aqidah, and we are studying from the book entitled Diluting Wala Wal Bara. And this is a book for those of you who have not yet purchased the book. You do want to go to Amazon.com. Let me put it up here on the screen. There's the name of it. The book is written by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. You can buy this book online on Amazon. It should be a part of every Muslim's library. It's only $19.99. Purchase it. But also purchase the first book, which I taught you, which is Get to Know Your Lord. Know Your Lord. This is the second of the trilogy. And these two books together are explaining in detail the meaning of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, and we are in chapter 14 of the book. And what this chapter is speaking about is how we talked about in 13, how the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam learned to balance their love, balance their hate, okay, to not transgress the limits of Allah. And the way we do that is by training our souls, conditioning our souls to love only the things that Allah loves, and to hate only the things that Allah hates. And when we come in contact with other Muslims, instead of looking at the things we don't like about them, focus on the things that Allah likes about them. Okay, love for the sake of Allah means I see in you the good things that Allah may see in you. And I love you for those good things. I love the fact that when this sister comes on the internet, she represents well. That's what you brothers need to train yourselves. When you look at a woman like lailanasheeba, I can't help it. This is how Allah blessed me to be. Alhamdulillah. What can I say? The women of my tribe always are beautiful. Hello, you're learning about them. But anyway, when you come upon a sister like me that you ain't used to seeing because you conditioned women to be oppressed, you know, that's another topic. You brothers need to get over that oppression that y'all doing to y'all wives and daughters. Astaghfirullah. We need some men, man, to break y'all out of that crap. But anyway, you know, instead of coming here allowing your personal jinn to cause you to transgress the limits, you should say, wow, well, at least this sister is representing this religion well. You know, she representing the Muslim women well in her appearance. She's obeying Allah, keeping her voice strong, keeping her voice serious, the way Allah commands the believing women to speak when they speak publicly. You know, we have to train ourselves to love, to look at each other and love the things that Allah loves. Plus, whatever she's saying, she's giving us the dalil. She's backing up everything she says with hadith. So I'm going to put aside my insecurities as a man, you know, and look at that sister and see in her with the things that Allah loves about her. And then I'm going to listen to her and maybe I'll learn something. You know, that's how we have to do. Train our hearts, train our souls. We sisters the same way. We have to train our hearts, train our souls to be in sync with what Allah loves and with what Allah hates. You sisters hate something that Allah brings a lot of good from. You sisters are hating polygamy. Polygamy is good and clean. But you've allowed the men that you chose to marry, who were not righteous men, to destroy you. And rather than you blame the men that you're married to, you're going to blame it on Islam. You know, Islam is good. Islam is clean. Polygamy is good and clean. I'm showing you all that with the story of the Prophet's wives. The Prophet was very attentive to every one of his wives. He provided and maintained every one of them. Every one of those women felt loved and felt special and included. So don't hate the Islam because you allow some man to twist you. You allow some man to display Islam in a bad way to you. And instead of you leaving him, you're still in that situation. It's good and clean. Perhaps you hate something that Allah brings a lot of good from. Y'all understand? So that's the benefit of, learning to love for the sake of Allah and hate for the sake of Allah. The Prophet ﷺ taught the companions how to do that. So we talked about that in chapter 13. This is chapter 14. Let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen. Okay, and everybody should take their books out. And I want you guys to read, this is chapter 15, I'm sorry. Is it 15, guys? I didn't mess the number up. Ifty's not here. Fame, this is 15, right? I said 14.
Yes, we did 14 last time.
Okay, so this is 15. So I'm on the right chapter.
Yes.
Okay, because y'all know I'm doing so many classes. Okay, so this is chapter 15, guys. And let's take your book out, turn to it. It was chapter 14 that talked about the examples. Okay, so in this chapter of the book, Sheikh Karim Abu Zayd focuses on nurturing. Look how I spelled that wrong. Nurturing and sustaining faith. Because once we learn how to balance our emotions, once we learn how to balance our love, our hate, our anger, and all of that, then we can work on nurturing and sustaining our faith. So that's what this chapter is going to focus on. And he begins this chapter with a discussion of the nature and reality of faith. And this is something that I teach in another class too. I have a class that I teach on faith, Iman, how it goes up and down and changes. Well, we're going to go over that in this chapter, the reality of faith and how your belief system, is the number one fundamental principle of Islam. Okay, we talked about how if your belief system is corrupt, then everything is corrupt. Nothing of you is accepted. So faith is the cornerstone of Islam. Faith incorporates both belief and action. And this is why I tell you guys, when you come upon these Muslim sisters or Muslim brothers who say, oh, it's in my heart. These are Mu'tazila. Oh, my faith is in my heart. You can't judge me. You don't know what's in my heart. Oh, yes, I cannot judge you as to whether or not you're going to hell, but we are supposed to judge one another's actions. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to be careful who we choose to surround ourselves with. Make sure that we choose companions who are good in their actions. So we have to judge each other's actions. I'm not judging whether you're going to hell or not. That ain't my business. But I ain't going to let you around me if your actions are in opposition to Islam. So when you hear people say, oh, it's in my heart. Well, understand the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us whatever is in the heart will show through your actions. Will show through your actions. So if you believe in Allah, if your actions is going to show it. If you're a hypocrite, your actions are going to show it. If you're weak, your actions will show it. If you're strong, your actions will show it. So we're going to talk about that in this chapter because belief, Iman, is the cornerstone of Islam, and it incorporates both belief and action. Okay? So this is what we're going to be doing in this chapter. We're going to examine the relationship between faith and allegiance and distancing. So this is going to be a good chapter. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the connection that faith has with allegiance. Faith is a central concept and the foundation of our belief and behavior. And we do have pillars of faith. Everybody knows what the pillars of faith are, but every time I ask y'all the questions, y'all don't get it right. What are the pillars of faith? The pillars of faith are to believe in Allah, to believe in his angels, to believe in his books, to believe in his prophets, to believe in the day of judgment, to believe in predestination. These are just some of the pillars of faith, okay? And also, if a person truly believes in those things, it's going to show through their actions. It's going to come out of their actions and show where their allegiance is. If your allegiance is to Allah, if you believe in those pillars of faith, then you would have allegiance to Allah. You would have allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad, because Allah sets the laws, the conditions, the guidance, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam shows us the way. So faith and allegiance go hand in hand, and that's why I tell you guys, the second part of that shahada, the first part is what we believe in. The second part is our allegiance. And that's what I tell you, a lot of us, we say we believe in Allah, but we don't have allegiance to him. We got Thanksgiving coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to get a million questions. Oh, can I celebrate Thanksgiving? This is not a matter of lawful and unlawful. This is a matter of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Your allegiance. Is your allegiance to the pilgrims? Is your allegiance to the Native Americans? Is your allegiance to Christians? Is your allegiance to a turkey? So it's a matter of allegiance. Why are you celebrating that holiday? Allah teaches us as Muslims to give thanks to him every day, as many times a day as we can. We don't need no one time out the year to thank him. We're supposed to thank him every day of our lives. So is your allegiance to this non-Muslim event? Or is your allegiance to Allah, the Prophet, and the believers? Is this something that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us to do? Did he tell us to take one day aside out the year to celebrate Allah? Or did he tell us to do it every day? So this is not a matter of lawful and unlawful. It's a matter of where my allegiance is. I'm a Muslim. And being a Muslim, my allegiance is to Allah, to the Prophet, to the religion of Islam. So I don't partake in these non-Muslim holidays. So it ain't even about lawful and unlawful. It's about my allegiance. This is not my culture. My culture is Islam. I was born in America, but my culture is Islam. And this contradicts my culture. Your culture contradicts my culture. So that's where I draw the line. That's where I do my bara. This is where I have to distance myself from you. I don't take part in your cultural festivities. Just like you don't take part in my cultural festivities. Y'all see that? That's the correct answer to can we celebrate. It ain't about no history. It kills me when these brothers do the history of stuff. You don't know the history of anything. You don't even know the history of Arabs. You don't even know that Arabic women were on the battlefield kicking butt, taking names. You don't even know that the Prophet was married to a bunch of warriors, that 3 of his wives were trained in warfare. You don't know the history of your own religion. So who are you to come here and go Google and Wikipedia the history of Thanksgiving? Who cares about that? The correct answer is, where's your allegiance? We don't take part in any cultural festivity that's not part of our culture. That's the correct answer, brothers. Take your watered down history and throw it in the garbage. You don't know anything about history. You don't even know that Muslim women been wearing makeup since Allah made Eve. You don't even know that pants were invented by the Arab women, although the Persians claim they did it too. You don't know nothing about your own history. So how dare you try to talk about American history? Go somewhere. And America ain't got no history. It's his story. All right. I had to throw that in there. So allegiance, your faith connects to your belief in Allah, and your allegiance to him go hand in hand. If a person is strong in their belief in Allah, they're not going to go against his laws, his rules, his ideologies. And again, if a person truly believes in Allah, it's going to show through their action, their behavior. A person that believes in Allah is not going to be sitting up celebrating Christmas because his allegiance ain't to that. A person that believes in Allah is not going to be celebrating Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving because their belief in Allah is greater than that. Okay? So I want y'all to know belief and actions. Belief and actions. Whatever you believe will show through your actions. And this is very important. Also, guys, when it comes to understanding the correlation between actions and your faith, you have to first of all increase your knowledge of Allah. How can you believe in something that you can't feel? How can you believe in something that you can't see, that you can't taste? You have to learn about Allah. And the way to learn about Allah, to develop your faith or belief in him, is by learning his attributes and his names. That's why I throw that in here. And you guys can see learning Allah's names and attributes is not an easy thing to do. You have to take those names and break them down. Okay? But once you're able to take his names and ponder the meaning of them and apply it to yourself, then that increases your love for him, your belief in him, your trust in him. And that's why Allah tells us over and over in the Quran, to look at the signs of Allah, contemplate his creation, contemplate his signs, because these serve as a guidance for us. This helps to increase our belief in him and our love for him and our trust in him. I put a thing out yesterday as a short. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it. I saw this saying, this quote that I'm going to tell y'all where the quote. I'm an author, a writer. Mark Twain, that's where that quote came from. That's a Mark Twain quote. Don't make someone your priority when all you are is an option for him. Mark Twain was the one that wrote that quote. But I thought that quote went so well because I had did the story of Maymuna. And we talked about Maymuna radiallahu anha, one of the last wife of the Prophet, how she dedicated her soul to him. She dedicated herself to him, and that's powerful. That means she made him her priority. She let him know, I dedicate my heart, my soul, my existence to you. She was saying that everything I am and everything I have is for you. You are my priority. I put you over my life. I value your life over mine, over my children, over anything that I have. She dedicated her sole existence to him. That's powerful. That's the epitome of love. And Allah put it in the Quran. Any woman that dedicates her soul to you, that's somebody you need to think about marrying, Aki. That's what Allah was telling the Prophet. This woman that dedicated her existence to you. It's powerful. So when I taught that story yesterday, I know how women are. We get caught up in love, love, love. don't want none of these young girls, my young Bantu girls, going around telling some dude that she dedicates her soul to him, because most men on this earth ain't worth dedicating nothing to but a kick in the head, okay? So that's why I put that motto of Mark Twain's out. You know, don't make anyone your priority when you're nothing to him but an option. Because that's what you girls are going to learn. That's the way love is in this world today. A man will look at you as an option because he got another option. He can go either A, B, C, or D. You might be A, you might be C, you might be D. You're just an option to him. You're not a priority for him. You're just one of his many options that he can take. Make Allah your priority. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the prophet of Allah. He wasn't like no man today. He wasn't capable of hurting anyone intentionally. He wasn't capable of lying. He was incapable of making promises that he couldn't keep. He was sincere because Allah cleansed his heart. And Allah made his jinn Muslim. So every wife the Prophet had, he loved them all. And he treated them all with dignity, respect, and never hurt any of them. You ain't going to find no man like that today. These men will hurt you. They will make promises. They'll promise to marry you and never marry you. Take your goods and keep it moving. It happens. You know, so don't make anyone your priority when all you are is just another option for him. That's why I put that out. So I didn't want none of you young girls with all these ideas of love going on the internet telling some loser that you don't even know that I dedicate myself to you. Oh, girl, please get a life. You better keep that dedication to Allah. The only one we dedicate ourselves to today is Allah. Because Allah will never let you down. Allah will never deceive you. Allah will never lie to you. Allah will never leave you hanging. These men will leave you hanging in between marriage and divorce. We see it all the time in my Q&As. They'll leave you hanging between marriage and singlehood. Oh, I'll marry you, sister. I'll marry you, sister. I'll marry you, sister. And it never happens. You're sitting there waiting to be married. Allah will never let you down. Y'all women hear me? You young girls. So you only dedicate yourself to him. All right. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was different. I'd have thrown myself at him too. Hello. And by the way, the women did. Y'all know that. Women were begging him to marry them. He turned most of them down. Of course, he turned them down. Okay. So, by increasing your knowledge of Allah, pondering his signs, this will help you to develop belief in him. Okay? And once you truly believe in him, it's going to show through your actions. Those sisters out there that don't wear hijab, why is it that they don't wear hijab? It's because their faith is not strong. They may say that they believe in Allah, but they're saying it with their tongue. They really don't. Their faith is tainted. They really have no relationship with Allah because they don't know about him. They don't know his names. They don't understand his attributes. If they did, then they would know that he's worthy of worship, that he's to be obeyed, that his wrath can come down at any moment, and they would cover their body whether they liked it or not. They have no fear of him, no consciousness of him. That's taqwa. So that's why they don't cover up. Do we call them kafir? No, they're not kafir. They're just misguided. They're just weak. They just don't know no better. Okay? They're just not strong in their iman. They're not the kind of women that you'd want to hang around. They're not the kind of women that you brothers would want to marry. You wouldn't want these type of women to be the mother of your children. Okay, but they're not kafir. Okay, so by pondering the creation of Allah and learning and understanding his names and attributes, this is how our faith grows. This is when a person begins to pray. Wear hijab. You brothers out there, those brothers that don't pray, should we call them kafir? No, unless they deny. Unless they deny that praying is an obligation, we look at them for what they are. They're just weak brothers. These are brothers that don't have a good relationship with Allah. They have no consciousness of him. They have no fear of him. Maybe nobody's ever explained to them the virtues of praying. Most of my students, they didn't pray when they first started coming to my website, but when they learned the importance of it, they started praying. Okay, maybe no one's taught these brothers the virtues of the prayer. So again, guys, but once we learn, once you teach them and they learn, that's when their belief in Allah grows. It'll continue to soar, and it's going to show through their actions. I hope y'all understand that. Okay, so these are the things that we're going to be going over in this chapter. Again, the heart. The heart is the center of our belief. Whatever you believe, it lies in the heart. And whatever is in the heart will show through the action, will show its action through your heart. Whatever's in the heart will show through your tongue and your actions. Okay? And that's what the prophet meant when he said, whatever a person believes, it is expressed through his limbs. Okay? And that's what this is, all these pages, these first introductory pages of Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid he's talking about here. And once we truly understand that belief is in the heart, and whatever we believe in the heart will show through our action, that's when we work on trying to change our actions, to make our actions pleasing to Allah. And that's when we begin to learn to balance our emotions, to make sure that our emotions are in sync with Allah too. But everything begins with and ends with believing in him. Does everybody understand that? And that's why we emphasize, all of you here, inshallah, believe in Allah. You guys are practicing your deen. But what you guys are struggling with are your emotions. What you guys are struggling with is learning how to balance, especially today, when you look at television and see what's going on with the Muslims around the world. We got to balance that anger, balance that hatred, balance that emotion. You know, a lot of you young brothers like to waste your time on the internet debating other Muslims and other Kafirs too. Okay, you got to stop all that debating. You got to stop trying to find fault with other Muslims and start looking to see the good in them. Okay, we're supposed to be aligned together based in solidarity based on our belief. Okay, so we have to work on those emotions. So now what I want to do, and that was just the introduction to what this chapter is going to delve into. What I want to do is just give you guys a quiz just to see how well you all understand how faith and actions correlate in Islam. First question. Who can explain the correlation between faith or belief and allegiance? How does faith and your allegiance go hand in hand? How do they relate to each other? Who can explain that? I just explained it, really. Let's see who's paying attention. Take the mic. Ifty ain't here to help y'all today. Maybe she done went back to Palestine. I don't know. Y'all know Ifty's from Palestine. Maybe she went back. She's missing 2 days. How does faith or belief connect to Wala Wal Bara? Come on, people, wake up. Sister Tony. Wow, Tony, where you been? Tony, how does faith or belief in Allah connect to allegiance to him? Come on, guys. Y'all should know that answer. Go ahead.
Faith and I'm sorry, what did you say?
Look at the screen.
That's faith and belief.
Y'all ain't
it connects to Wala Bara, because any and everything that you will do, if you have faith in the law, it will correlate with whatever you would do. And if it does not correlate with that, you won't do it. If it don't correlate with your faith, you won't do it.
What's Wala Wal Bara? What does Wala Wal Bara mean? What's Wala Wal Bara?
Your allegiance.
Okay. How does faith connect to allegiance and distancing? That's the question. You weren't paying attention.
You're right. I'm sorry. My baby was having a temperature.
Oh, she's not back in the hospital, is she? The other one.
No, she's fine.
Okay,
she's
good.
fine.
Okay. Who can get on this microphone? How does your belief connect to your belief in Allah connect to your allegiance to him? It's a simple question. If you believe in Allah, what role does that play in having allegiance to him? Come on, guys. This is a simple question. Sister Samira, let's hear from you. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Let me look on this, see what they got on YouTube. I forgot about the people on YouTube. I'm sorry. Let me go to YouTube. Oh, hold on. YouTube. Oh, Sister Zahara, wa alaikum salam. How does your belief in Allah connect to your having allegiance to him? What role do they play? How do those two things interact? Come on, guys. I gave y'all example. Come on. Bint Muhammad. Brother Musa's here. Brother Musa said you will obey Allah. Yeah, but why? What makes you obey him? That's right. But what makes you obey him? Talk about it. You got to explain it, Brother Musa. Come on. You know, if a person truly believes in Allah, their allegiance to him will show. Why? What makes it show? Allegiance. Allegiance. Do y'all know the word allegiance means? Allegiance is loyalty. My loyalty to him. If I truly believe in Allah, then I will have loyalty to him. And because of that loyalty to him, good job, Musa, I will obey his commands. Good job. Good, Brother Musa got it. I will obey him. I will do what he tells me to do because I'm conscious of him. Y'all understand the answer? People in Zoom, Tony? Because of my belief in Allah, I'm conscious of him. I know that he sees everything I do. I know that he hears everything I say. So I'm going to think twice before I do or say anything. Good job, Brother Musa. You should have been in the Zoom room so you could take the mic. Brother Musa, you should be in the Zoom room so you can take the mic. MashaAllah, he did a good job. Y'all understand that? My students in Zoom, y'all better wake up, stop cooking or whatever y'all doing and get these answers right. Okay? This is what they do, my students. They don't pay attention to me, guys. And this is why they look crazy. Yeah. All right, let's look at the next question. Hold on. And it makes me mad when they do that. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Hold on. See, they done made me mad to the point where I done lost my slide. They know they're going to hear it. Okay. Next question. How does faith connect to the heart and body? Now, this one is real easy. How does faith connect to the heart and body? Anyone? How does faith connect to the heart and body? I think Amina Fresno's here. Amina, help these people out.
It connects to your body by whatever you have in your heart. Your intentions will show through your action.
Okay, good job. Whatever is in your heart, it's going to show through your actions, your behavior, the choices you make. If you truly fear Allah, what are you doing smoking cigarettes? You wouldn't choose to smoke cigarettes. You know, let's talk about something that I just saw on TV yesterday that really bothered me. By the way, let me take a sip of my Starbucks. And by the way, Starbucks has a new chai out. It's called gingerbread. Try it over ice. Starbucks new flavor for the season called gingerbread chai. I'm telling y'all, it's delicious. It's tea, iced tea, ginger. Buy it. Now, let me hold my Starbucks. I saw something yesterday that really ticked me off. They showed on the news another Muslim store. The glass broken out. These idiots went inside and they on camera. They arrested in jail. A bunch of so-called Muslims went to a Muslim man's Starbucks store that he owns. I keep telling y'all, Starbucks is not owned by Israel. This is and the non-Muslims think y'all are stupid. It's a franchise. It's a franchise from out of where? Pfizer, can you tell them where Starbucks comes out of? Seattle, Washington. It's a chain of coffee. Yes, created by some people from out of Seattle, Washington. Okay? And it's a franchise. I know because I was going to buy one. Okay? And it belongs to whoever invests in that franchise. That's their store. So here these ignorant Muslims that went and busted some Muslim man's store down, went in there and tore up all the tables and chairs, destroyed his store. Then they spray painted the walls of his store, spray painted everything saying, don't support Israel. And so this poor Muslim man on TV, he had a beard too. His wife and his children with him, hijabs and jilbabs. He was Syrian. They're Arabs. And he say, I know Israel. I'm Muslim. Look what they did to my store. I know Israel. I'm Muslim. And his wife and kids standing there, hijab and jilbab. Okay? Look what they did. Look what they did to me. I know Israel. I know Israel. I Syria. And I hear America. My store. You ignorant American Muslims need to go somewhere and sit down. You don't know nothing about no daggone business. You sitting here tearing up Starbucks. Starbucks ain't owned by Israel. It's owned by whoever buys it. It's a franchise that began from out of Seattle, Washington. Okay? Israel didn't begin Starbucks. You people got to stop it. You're ignorant. You don't know how big, and even if Israel did, you don't understand how the business works. And you wonder why non-Muslims laugh at us. They think that we are the most ignorant creatures on earth, and you're showing them that. That's why the Prophet Muhammad didn't do no protesting. By the way, he didn't boycott either. He let the Kafirs do the boycotting. Okay? He let the Kafirs do, he let the Kafirs do the protesting. He didn't boycott at all because he knew boycotting would hurt him. Subhanallah, you people, this is not Islam. This is not the Sunnah. You renegade Muslims going around tearing out people's Starbucks and stuff. Then they had on the news, they attacking a cover girl. Did y'all hear that? Where's Ifty? Ifty, they attacking cover girl stores, Ulta beauty products. You Muslims in America are about as dumb as a Betsy bug. And you think that you are helping Palestine. Do y'all know that most of the food that the Palestinians eat is from Israel? From the Jews? When our Prophet Muhammad died, he died with his armor that he got loaned from a Jew. Y'all got to stop that. None of this stuff y'all doing is Islam. It's ignorance. Tearing up people's stores. Violence. Allah hates injustice. Allah hates injustice. Allah hates injustice. And y'all better be careful of the supplication of those who are treated unjustly. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent Mu'adh as the first ambassador of Islam to Yemen to teach the people of Islam, he told them, Mu'adh, be careful how you treat those people. They're not Muslim, but be careful how you treat them, because there's no screen between the supplication of a person who's oppressed and Allah. Allah even listens. He even hears and listens to the supplication of the non-Muslims who are oppressed. Now, this is a Muslim store that y'all tearing up. You know, a lot of Muslims have bought Starbucks for franchise. I know, because that's what I was going to do. I always said when I retired, I'd buy a coffee shop. I was either going to invest in Starbucks or this one called Saxby's. I moved back to Cleveland and my money went crazy. That's the only reason why I ain't got one. But let me tell y'all something. When I do get my money together, I'm buying me a Starbucks, and let somebody come bust it up. Let one of you Muslims bust up my store. I'll make sure I got 24-hour security. And I'll dare you with your ignorant, non-praying, non-hijab wearing behind. Literally. We have to get it together as Muslims. We have to get it together. We are just lost. Stupid. Yeah, I'm going to open up me a Starbucks when I get my money together. And I bet there's some Muslim to come tear up my store. You idiots, get a clue. Learn about business. But first learn your religion, because who said we boycott? Who said that this is something that we're supposed to do? The prophet spent his whole prophethood fighting against the Jews. Show me one hadith where he told the Muslims to boycott and tear down their stores. And those were their stores. The stores in America ain't theirs. It's not their store. It's not their store. So you uneducated Muslims better go learn your deen. You're just ignorant. You're barbaric. You're just animals. Subhanallah. Yeah, I'm opening up my Starbucks. Fresno, you can be my partner. We going into business together with a Starbucks right here. And we going to sell, the Fresno's peach cobblers too. The diet kind. All right. Next question. True or false? A person's faith stays the same despite what is experienced in life. Is this statement true or false? A person's faith.
It's false.
Why is it false? If you can't explain this, go ahead. Who is that? Go ahead. Is that one of the kids?
No, it's me.
Why is it false?
I say it's false because depending on what we're going through, our faith can go down, up and down.
Who said that? How do you know that? Anybody else? If y'all can't answer the questions intelligently meaning with dalil, with evidence from the Quran and the Sunnah, you don't know the answer. True or false? A person's faith stays the same despite what is experienced in life.
This is false. The Prophet ﷺ said that faith is like a boiling water. It goes up and down, and that's based on the experiences and the situations, the trials and tribulations in life.
Exactly. Her answer was right, but she left out the evidence. Y'all don't want y'all memorizing. Remember, the Prophet ﷺ taught us the difference between knowledge and understanding. The Prophet ﷺ said knowledge is simply to memorize something. But understanding is when you take what you memorize, apply it in your heart, and put it out through the limbs. And that way you can explain it. You can give the dalil. You just memorize, oh, it goes up and down. Who said it? I don't know. Einstein, maybe. Y'all got to get these hadiths together as my students. Good job, family. So a person's faith never stays the same. As the Prophet ﷺ said, our faith goes up and down depending on what we're experiencing in life. Right now, you guys right now listening to me, those of you who are paying attention in class, your iman is strong. Your iman is up because I'm reminding you of what Allah said, what the Prophet said. But then when the class is over and you walk away from the computer, your iman will go back down again. That's the meaning of that hadith. Whereas Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, came to the Prophet, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he said, "Oh, Prophet of Allah, you know, me and this man here were discussing how when we are with you, our hearts are at attention to Allah. But then when you leave us and we go home to our families, our faith goes down. We're doomed. We're doomed." And the Prophet said, "No, you're not doomed." He said, if you were to be able to keep your iman strong 24 hours, then the angels would shake hands with you. In other words, you would be like them. We're not like the angels. We have free will. So our iman goes up and down, up and down. That's life for us. It's supposed to do that. Okay? No one's faith stays 100% high. Not even the Prophet Muhammad. He said, not even me. He said, my iman goes down too. He said, when I suffer with my anxiety, he said, when I worry, he said, I worry about what's going to happen to my wives after I'm gone. I worry about what's going to happen to my followers who come after me. He said, my iman goes down then when I'm worrying. He said, so we're human. None of us are going to be at 100% all the time. If we were, we wouldn't be humans. We'd be like the angels. But we're not like them. They don't have free will. We do. So, you know, so this is normal. Not even me. My iman is strong right now when I'm talking to y'all. When I get off from here and go, that's why I stay doing classes. When I'm not teaching, I get to thinking about my life. Oh, wow, this could be better. And our iman goes down. Okay, so it never stays the same, and don't expect it to. Good job. Okay, let's look at the next question. What about this? True or false? The heart's attestation. When we talk about the heart's attestation, that refers to the inner conviction and acceptance of Allah's oneness. Is that true or false? I use big words on purpose. Y'all got to learn how to understand what people are saying. The heart's attestation refers to the inner conviction and acceptance of Allah's oneness. Is that true or false?
Yes, it's true.
One of these days, you're going to get an answer right, Shamsa. Anybody else? The heart's attestation refers to the inner conviction and acceptance of Allah's oneness. True or false? Shamsa, you got to stop memorizing and instead start understanding. Anyone else? True or false? Fresno. Oh, Brother Merard is here. Merard, what do you think? The word?
No, attestation means.
Okay, see my Bantus. Hold on, guys. Let me break it down for my Bantus who don't speak old Anglo-Eno way. Let me rewrite it. Let me rewrite this question for them. Hold on. I do got some Bantus whose English is bad. Let me rewrite it. Okay, I'm rewriting it. Okay, hold on. Now let me put it back up. Let me screen share. Okay, look at the question now. Wait a minute, where am I at? Is this it? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna move my screen. Come on. Okay, here's the question. What lies in the heart shows whether a person is in acceptance of Allah? Oh, God, what happened? What lies in the heart shows whether the person is in acceptance of Allah. Is that true or false? Take out the refers to. It should be what lies in the heart shows whether a person is in acceptance of Allah or in submission. There should be submission and acceptance of Allah. What do you think, Brother Merard, now that I changed it, made the word simpler?
Yeah, so this is true. And I can go back to the hadith where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, whatever a person believes in, it'll show through a person's limbs. So yeah, whatever you believe in is going to show out through your actions. Exactly.
That's the truth. And that's what that was. I just used bigger terms, but that's what we're saying. Whatever is in the heart, it's going to show. Whether I can tell if you are in submission to Allah, I can tell if you are in acceptance to Allah by your actions. You sisters out there who are not wearing hijab, you brothers out there and sisters out there who are not praying, you're not in submission to Allah. Because if you were in submission to Allah, you would obey him. You're openly, publicly disobeying him. You sisters that are not dressing properly, you are publicly letting the world know. That's what's so bad. You're out there protesting and you out there tearing up people's Starbucks shops. You are letting the world know that you don't really believe in Allah in totality. That you're a person that's picking and choosing because you don't have a hijab on. Your derriere is showing. You don't even dress properly. And that means none of your prayers are accepted. That means none of your fasts are accepted because you're deliberately disobeying Allah. So how dare you go around tearing up people's Starbucks shops when you got nothing but components of hypocrisy about you? Y'all see how bad we look? Whatever's in the heart is going to show through your actions. Okay, last question. Which of the following is correct? True faith is lived and expressed. Is that correct? Or true faith remains in your thoughts and your mind. Which one of those statements is correct? True faith is lived and expressed. Is that true? Or true faith remains in your thought and your mind. Which one of those statements is correct?
The first one, true faith is lived and expressed.
And what makes it correct? You're right, but what makes it correct? Go ahead.
You show your action show your faith.
Exactly.
Yeah, like some people say, oh, my iman is in my heart, but you see them, they don't wear hijab, they don't do what they're supposed to do, but they say, oh, then my iman, whatever, my faith is in my heart. If it's in your heart, it will show, Yeah,
exactly. Good job. Perfect. Now y'all get it. That's the whole point of this chapter that we're going to be embarking upon for the next week. How whatever is in the heart is going to show through your actions. I don't want to hear any of you ever say, you can't judge me, lailanasheeba. You don't know what's in my heart. Oh, I don't know. I can tell you one thing that ain't in your heart. Fear of Allah ain't there. Because if fear of Allah was in your heart, why are you walking around out of hijab on? So I can tell you that. You must not fear your Lord, so step back. Because if he sent a lightning bolt down, I don't want to get a piece of it. So stay away. Okay? And that's what we're going to be talking about. The heart is the center. It's the core of our belief. Whatever is there, it's going to show. And you sisters have to be aware of that. Okay, any questions or comments? Let's see what Sakina got here. Sakina said, she said, faith connects to the body by growing and showing in your actions. And heart triggers actions of love, gratitude, fear of Allah. Exactly, Sakina. MashaAllah. Exactly. That's correct. Latifa, she said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, faith goes up and down like boiling water. Exactly. Exactly, Sakina. Faith shows in your actions. Good job. You two got it correct. And then on YouTube, let me see what they got here. Okay, on YouTube. Why do y'all keep retracting messages? Don't retract their messages so I can see what they say. The faith.
No,
huh?
If it says that the message is retracted, that means they deleted themselves.
Oh, I didn't know what that meant. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Bint Muhammad said true faith is live and express. Exactly. It's live and express because true faith shows in your actions. Good job, Bint Muhammad. MashaAllah. Yeah, Brother Musa, you did good. You did good with that other answer. Good job, Brother Musa. Yeah, I think you guys are getting it. So I don't want to hear any of you make that type of statement. Oh, it's in my heart. You can't judge me. That's the Mutazila. Oh, shoot, brother. Are you crazy? I ain't judging whether you going to hell or not. That ain't my business. And I could care less. But I can tell you, you can't marry Lailanasheeba. You wanting to marry somebody and you ain't got a beard? That's something that you brothers need to think about. You brothers is out there sending emails about how y'all want to get hooked up. You know, righteous women are for righteous men. You brothers not wearing hijab is just like, not wearing beards like them women not wearing hijabs. You know, you're openly showing that you have no fear of Allah because wearing a beard is an obligation. You're obligated to wear a beard. So you're showing that you don't fear Allah. So what makes you think a righteous woman would marry you when you walking around looking gay-bladed? Don't y'all know in our culture, a man not wearing a beard, that's a sign of femininity. Do y'all know that the companions, radiallahu anhu, the companions wouldn't even look at a man in the face if he didn't have a beard? Did y'all know that? That if a man didn't have a beard, they would not look at him. They would have to lower their gaze because it's considered a woman, like a woman. So it's not our culture as Muslims to not have a beard if you a man. So that should tell you right there, you're not a part of my culture. How could you marry me? We come from different sides of the track. You're not a part of my culture. I'd have to lower my gaze when I look at you. Ain't nothing LGBTQ here. I don't do women. Y'all understand? You brothers better get it together and grow those beards. Especially you Arabic brothers. It seems like I see more Arabic brothers without beards than non-Arabs. You Arab brothers know it ain't your culture. It ain't even our culture. Westernized. All right, any questions or comments? Questions or comments? Okay, tonight at 9 o'clock, I'm going to do a hadith for you guys. One hadith from out of the book, Not One of Us. That's going to be at 9 p.m. And that class is going to be short. It will start on time and it'll be a short class because it's just one hadith. I'm just going to go over with you guys and give you the meaning. And it's from the book, Not of Us. And this is an excerpt of it.
Another Sunnahfollowers exclusive, Not One of Us, written by Sheikh Muhammad S. Adli, broken down and brought to you by host lailanasheeba. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, right here on Sunnahfollowers.
Yeah, I'm serious, Fresno. When I open up my Starbucks coffee shop, we want to sell your peach cobbler, Fresno. When I open up my coffee shop, we're going to have to sell your peach cobbler because you know it's my shop. Do what I want with it. And I'm going to have poetry night. No, what's it called? Quran night. Where we'll have a reading. We'll have Sabrine do a reading from the Quran every night. Hello, that's going to be my Starbucks shop. It's a franchise, you idiots. All we have to do is use the coffee with the Starbucks name and sell the coffee at the prices, but we can have our own pastries. I'll have Fresno's peach cobbler, diet style. And I'll have a Quran night once a week where we'll do a reading from the Quran. Yeah, and try to tear up my coffee shop. Crazy people. Go home and pray. Y'all better learn how to make salat and stop all this stupid tearing up, boycotting, protesting. You better protest against yourself. Against yourself. It all begins with you, guys. Change the condition of yourself. Change yourself. Learn your deen. Practice your deen. Put some clothes on. Get a clue. Get some manners. Get some intelligence. Stop being barbarians. Stop acting like heathens. Yeah, I'm going to have Quran night. It'll be a reading from Sabrine once a week, and we'll be selling Starbucks, coffee, and Amina Fresno's peach cobblers. Bomb up, tear up my shop. And I'm going to have 24-hour security outside. There'll be my Bantu girls standing like this with swords 24 hours, daring any of you Muslims to bomb my shop. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to log out for now. I'll see you guys back here at 9 o'clock for the hadith. I'm going to do a hadith for you guys at 9. All right? Okay. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.